Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for watching my first video. If you did, if you didn't, I don't blame you. It was super long. The people that reached out to me with your kind words, that was real sweet. Thank you. This will be my first makeup tutorial. This could be for date night. This could be for going out with your girls night. This could be if you like me, single girl about to go get some sushi by myself night. Have a little bit of glitter here on the lid with some smokiness here. So yeah, if you want to see how I did it, keep watching. If you don't, why did you click on the video, bro? Just kidding. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff that they always say in the videos. Okay, thanks, bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, oh, this is real scary. Oh, okay, girl, calm down. Okay, first I'm going to start off with some moisturizer, and it is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. You just rub it all over real good. Just rub it in, yes, okay. And then I'm going to go in with a primer. It's the Hourglass Primer and Mineral Veil Primer. How many times can I say primer? Okay, so we're just going to rub it in. I just usually focus it in the middle of my face, on my T-zone area. And then I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And I just put that all over. This is a really good primer. It just keeps everything on my skin all day. Keeps it on there real good. Yeah, I just started using it, but I love it. So you should get it. It's really good. Then my foundation, I'm mixing two foundations together. They are the Too Faced Born This Way foundations in Light Beige and Honey. I don't really have a color right now that will fit my skin, which my face looks a lot whiter than my neck, but that's okay because I exfoliate, so that's why it looks like that. Okay, so the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M439 brush, and you just blend that all over real good. Just blend everything. I really love this brush. I've had like probably 5 of them. Morphe's a really good brush brand to have. It's not super expensive. So they're really good brushes. So yeah, blend that all over, blend it down your neck. I usually go to my head last, and it's always a lot left over, so I usually have to wipe some of that off. Blend it up into your hairline. Do a little dance too. Excuse my hair, that is horrible. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So now we're going to do eyebrows, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder in dark brown. The brush that I'm using is just an angled brush. It came with a kit that I had gotten one time from Anastasia, and doesn't have a number on it or anything, so I can't tell you what that is. But they do have angled brow pencil or brow brushes that you can get. So what I basically do is I just go around the edges of my eyebrows and kind of like shape them to the shape that I want. I have pretty dark eyebrows, long, thick. I have to trim them. So I have to basically just fill them in and kind of shape them up. I don't have to do a whole lot. I obviously do a whole lot, but that's just me. I go around the bottom, just fill everything in. There's gaps there, and then the end of my eyebrow on the right side just does not even grow. I don't know like why, but it just doesn't, so I have to fill that in. And then I go and I brush through them with the other end of that brush, and it's just like a little brush on there, just kind of pushes the product around real good. So next I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer Pencil in dark brown, and I go off camera because it's just really hard to film brows on camera because it's just hard because I can't see good. And then I'm going to use just any concealer you can use to kind of shape everything up, make it more structured. The beauty blender that I'm using is by Morphe, and Real Techniques has one, but it just has a real sharp edge on it that kind of gets me in there real good so that I can make everything sharp. And then some clear brow gel. And then I'm going to do the other one, which I don't even really feel like you have to see that one because it's the same thing, and you can't even really see it because I'm obviously not even in the camera because I can't see. Now I'm going to go in with the same foundation that I was using, the darker shade in Honey. And what I'm doing is I'm just using this to kind of like a cream contour, kind of just to kind of put like a base down for when I do my contour. You want to start at the top of your ear and kind of go at an angle to the corner of your mouth. And the brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques brush. I'm not sure what it's called. It doesn't have a number. But yeah, so I'm just blending that in, kind of creating a line there. Now I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use the shade Fair. It's the lightest one they have. I could probably go up a shade, but this is just what I have, so that's what I'm using. But I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend that out. Like I said, you can use the Morphe Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. They are more affordable, but this came in a kit that I had, so, or a subscription box that I got, so I just used this one. But you want to kind of do like a triangle under your eye, blend that all over, blend it over your lid so that you can kind of create a base for your eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with some setting powder to bake with. I use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder with the brush. It's the Jaclyn Hill set that I have. It's the JH07 by Morphe. And then I'm going to do the other eye the same thing. I would suggest investing in a good set of brushes. Morphe is really affordable. Well, I say affordable. If you're not used to spending money on makeup or brushes, then it probably seems crazy. But for brushes, they're really good brushes that are affordable. So I would do that. I used to use my fingers to do my makeup before I had brushes. So we all got to start somewhere. I get it. Now I'm going to take the same concealer and kind of put it in like a chicken foot design on my forehead there, and then down my nose, on my chin, and the top of my upper lip. And this is just making kind of like a highlighted look and kind of balancing out so it doesn't look so highlighted underneath my eyes and then nowhere else. And you want to just blend that up towards your forehead, blend it all in real good. And with baking, I bake, and what it is, you're just taking your setting powder and basically caking it on there and just letting it sit. And this helps keep your makeup on for a long time. Everyone always asks me, like, how do you keep your makeup on all day? Well, first of all, like I tell my best friend, I don't touch my face all day. Um, Also, baking, so it just helps keep everything on there real good. Now I'm going to contour my nose using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. The brush that I'm using is by Elizabeth Mott, and it's the All Over Shadow brush. I had gotten this brush in a subscription box a long time ago. You can use any kind of eyeshadow brush that's kind of stiffer and not like a very big brush, but so that you can get a good line there. And I'm just going down the sides of my nose, kind of up to my eyebrows, just to create a shadow there and blend that in real good. Now I'm going to use the same translucent setting powder and bake on the sides of my nose, and that creates more of a sharper line with that contour that I did. But I get pretty oily on the side of my nose, so I like to bake there to keep that makeup on there all day, and then go down the center to create that line there. Now I'm going to use the same bronzer and contour over that cream contour that we had done earlier, just creating more of a shadow there. Same thing, go at an angle from the edge of your ear down to the corner of your mouth, just blend it in really good there. Now we're going to do the other side, same thing, blend it really good. The secret to good makeup is blending. Just blend it all over real good. I go up a little bit on my temple there just to kind of blend that in because it was really white and standing out there. Now I'm just going to take a big powder brush. It's a Morphe JH02 brush, and blend that bronzer down my neck just to hide it all, to make a shadow down your neck because you want a chin and stuff. You know, not like 4 chins. I just want one. So now I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light, and it's just kind of makes everything glowy. That's why I like that. And I put that all over my forehead, just kind of to blend everything in there where it was so white. And now I'm going to use that same brush that I used earlier. It's the Morphe M459 to create a line underneath my contour. Once again, you're just trying to carve everything out, make it more structured. You just want to have definition. Now I'm going to be using MAC blush. It's in the shade Gingerly with a Morphe JH04 brush. And I kind of like to take my blush down into my contour, kind of just go over it, and then just up a little bit on your cheekbone. Just blend that in really good. All over, make weird faces, yeah. And if you go up a little too high, which I did, got carried away, this is not theater, this is just normal makeup. So I take a translucent setting powder and kind of just go back over under my eyes. And that also helps blend everything real good. And I'm dancing again, I'm sorry. Just ignore it. Okay. So now we are going to go in with our eyeshadow, and that palette is horribly dirty. I've had it for a long time. So the shade that I'm using is MAC Soft Brown with the M514 brush. And I'm just going to put this in the crease of my eye. I have kind of hooded eyes, so my crease might not be where your crease is. But anyways, just put it in the crease. So you're going to blend back and forth, windshield wiper motions. Blend it really, really good. And we are going to build color here. So you're going to see me do a few different colors, but it just helps everything look seamless. So the next color that I'm using is also MAC, and it's Saddle. Same brush, it's just a different brush. And we're going to take that color, and I bring that color more down onto my lid so that we are building good color here, and just blend it all over, blend it up into that other color. Same thing on the other eye. I start kind of in my crease and pull it down. When I get to the inner corner of my eye, I don't add more color onto the brush. I just use what's left over so that we're not putting too much there. And now I'm going to take a blending brush with no color on it, and it is the Morphe JH36, and it just blends everything around real good. And now I'm going to take MAC Swiss Chocolate on a Morphe JH34 brush, and I pull that down a little onto my lid, but focus it kind of like in the crease to create like a darker color there. And once again, we're just building color here, and we will blend it all out. It's going to look kind of weird and choppy here for a little bit, but just bear with me. It's going to come together real good in just a second. Yeah, pull it down, blend it real good. Same thing with that brush with nothing on it. Blend everything, just rub it really good, back and forth. It may feel like you're going to take everything off, but it doesn't. So now I'm going to use the Morphe JH10 brush, and I'm just kind of putting an angle on there to kind of create an angle for my eyeshadow, and it keeps, when you do darker colors, it keeps the fallout from getting all over your face. So now I am using MAC Embark with a Morphe JH33, and this is the darker shade, and I'm going to put that in the corner of my eye there and kind of bring it in. Start, when I first dip it into my eyeshadow, I start in the corner, and then I bring it in with not as much color on it. Just blend that in really good. I don't really worry about my lid having eyeshadow on it. You can see it kind of looks white, but like I said, I have hooded eyes, and when I put eyeliner on, it covers that up so you can't really see it. But if you don't have hooded eyes like me, or if you don't want to wear eyeliner with this, make sure that you bring that darker color down so that everything is blended in real good there. Same thing, pull it over. You're not supposed to pull your eyes like that, but whoops. It helps, okay? Everyone does it. You can kind of see that I'm doing this at an angle, and where I put that translucent setting powder on the angled brush at the corners of my eye, it's creating kind of like a cat eye look to where there's a sharp angle on it. Now you will want to go back and blend that once you remove the translucent setting powder, but I just like it to be more of like an angle. It gives my eyes just like a cat eye look. And I'm taking a brush with nothing on it and kind of just wiping up below my brow bone there. And so then you're going to take the blending brush, the M514 with saddle and soft brown, and just go over in the crease to kind of blend everything. And then I went back with a little bit more of Embark in the corner there, just because I felt like it needed to be a little bit darker there. And now we're going to go in with the shade Smoke by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it's just a little bit darker. We're going to put it there in the corners just to create that smoky dark look. Bring it in. Don't add any more onto your brush. Once you bring it into the inner corner, just kind of pull it in with the product that's still left on it. If you see me talking, my friend Bailey called me, so that's what's going on there. And then you're going to go and you're going to blend with Swiss Chocolate with the JH34 again. We're going to do a lot of blending. So now I'm going to use on the inner corner of my lid, it's Makeup Geek Grandstand. The brush that I'm using is Sigma E56 brush. And I'm just focusing this on the inner corner. And I don't quite go all the way to the middle of my lid. I kind of stop right before the middle. And this is just creating a base for what I'm going to do after this. It just makes everything a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay, yep. So now I'm going to use the Stila Magnificent Metals Liquid Eyeshadow in Smoldering Satin. And this is pretty glittery, and it's liquidy, so make sure you don't like close your eye or anything right after you do it. But I'm just putting that right over Grandstand that I had put there. Same thing, don't go all the way into the middle of your eye, just kind of focus that on the inner corner. And it just kind of makes it have more of a glitter. You can just use Grandstand if you want to, and I'm showing you the product after I did it because this is my first time. And then I'm going to take Embark on that brush that we used earlier, the JH33, and then just kind of put that on, not on top completely of the color, just in the middle, just to kind of blend everything over. So it looks like it's kind of fading into the dark color. And then I used on a Morphe E36 just in the crease, the same Embark color to kind of blend that in where I had glitter on there. And then I'm going to mix Embark and Smoke together with a Sigma, I don't know because the numbers came off, but you can use the Morphe JH43. It does the same thing, but it's just a pencil brush, and you go underneath your eyes with those two colors for eyeliner. I do a really thin line, not too dark, because in a second I'm going to blend it out and it makes everything pretty smoky. So just do right under your eyes. I don't bring it all the way into the inner corner. I stop about midways to keep my eyes looking more open and not so closed off. And then I'm going to take Swiss Chocolate with another Sigma brush that the numbers had rubbed off, so I can't see it, but you can use a Morphe JH38 and we'll do the same thing, but just blend it. Like, I look like I'm evil and crazy right now, but just blend it back and forth real good to make it look real smoky. And then I'm going to highlight on underneath the arch of my eyebrow with Max Nylon with a JH42 brush just to give me some highlight up there. And then I'm going to go in with a blending brush to kind of blend that in real good. Same thing, the brush with no color on it. Just make sure everything looks really good and blended. Now I'm going to do eyeliner, and this is Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner in Blackest Black with the brush that came with it. I probably do my eyeliner thicker than most people, but that's just the way I like it, okay? And I bring it all the way over, and on the glitter it kind of starts getting messy, so you have to kind of go back a few times. But you want to bring that all the way in to the corner of your eye. You don't, like I said, you don't have to use eyeliner with this. If you want to just put mascara, you will see more of the glitter, but I always wear eyeliner. I feel like I look weird without it, but so bring it all the way over, and then I'm going to go underneath right when I get to the corner of my eye on the outside right here and pull that eyeliner under a little bit just to create more of a line there. Now I'm going to go over to the other side, which I didn't film all of because you already saw it. And I'm going to blend some more because you can't blend enough with MAC Soft Brown and Saddle on that M514 brush. And I'm using Tarte Sex Kitten liquid eyeliner. You can use any liquid eyeliner. I like this one because it's more matte. Kat Von D has a good one, but it has more of a sheen to it. So I like this one better. But I'm just putting it close to my lash line where I couldn't get my eyeliner really close, just to cover up where I did not get it really good there. Skills. Now I'm going to highlight using Jaclyn Hill's Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. Just kidding, Champagne Pop. With the brush JH09, and I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones there to highlight real good. I'm trying to blind somebody. I'm going to put it on the above the arch of my eyebrows, down my nose, the top of my lip, there. Just everything I want to shine. Then I'm going to take the brush that I used earlier because I realized I did not blend all of my baking powder off. I'm going to go back and do that. So I like to use this brush with no product on it just to blend everything really good. I feel like it, with it having a little bit left on there, it kind of blends it better, especially since my concealer is a little bit lighter. I feel like it makes it not so light. Then I'm going to go back with and contour just because I had blended everything off. Just make it a little bit darker. Not much, but just a little bit. Same thing with blush. Just kind of go over what I did earlier. Not much, like I said, just to put some of it back on there that I had wiped off. I'm going to go back and highlight a little bit more. Same thing, cheekbones there. You can never have too much highlight. And then I'm going to do a dance. Again, yes, girl. Okay. This is me in the car too, except when I get next to another car, I have to stop and act like I'm normal, and I'm not. So, yeah, just accept me for who I am, okay? Okay, wrap it up, girl. Do your makeup. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do my mascara, and I'm using L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. And I go over the top part of my eyelashes first to coat both sides. And I don't use fake eyelashes. A lot of people do, so if that's your thing, you go ahead and do that. I have longer eyelashes, so I don't really have to. Sometimes I have if I want them to look thicker, if I want like more of a bold look, then I've used them, but they just bother me more than anything, so. And I'm not dipping the brush back into the mascara, so there's no extra product on there. I'm basically just trying to spread my eyelashes out really good. And now I'm going to go down to the bottom and put mascara on my lower lashes also. This is my favorite mascara. I have tried higher end mascaras and I always end up going back to L'Oreal. I did used to use the Voluminous with the gold top, but this has been my new favorite for a while now. I just feel like that you can't really beat it. It's good stuff and it's cheaper. So, and I'm going to dance again. And this is why it takes me so long to get ready, okay? Now I'm going to use on the inner corner of my eye MAC Nylon. It's the same thing I used for underneath the arch of my eyebrow to highlight on my brow bone. So I'm using the Morphe JH39 brush. Then I'm going to look real weird here for a second because that's just who I am. Cute hair. Nice. I'm going to give a hair tutorial next, don't worry, okay? Then I'm going to use Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray and spray it all over my face. It cut most of the clip out, but basically don't move after and just fan your face until everything's dry. And then we are going to take a second to admire our work and do a victory dance because we finished. Yay! Thank you everyone for watching. Bye!